Hello, and welcome back for another adventure in the cookie jar. Today we're doing the 9th recipe from the Red Velvet Cupcake Murder. They are Mom's Bran Muffins. It is quite a lot for a cupcake recipe or a muffin recipe. It's like 4 whole pages and there are a lot of ingredients. So the first thing to note is these muffins want to chill for at least 2 hours. Overnight is better. You're going to want 1 cup of water, 1 cup of raisins, 2 cups of bran flakes. You'll use 4 cups in all. 1 cup of brown sugar, half a cup, 1 stick of butter, softened 3 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of buttermilk. I've used whipping cream when I didn't have buttermilk on hand and it worked just fine. 2 cups quick cooking oatmeal, 2 cups bran flakes. So, with that being said, everything's laid out. Let's get started. This is everything we're going to need for this video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is get some boiling hot water, 1 cup, and then we're going to pour that in the raisins. And we want our 2 cups of flakes, so the first half of the flakes. And to this, we're going to pour the water on top. It does say they stir it around a bit. It does say to try to keep the raisins in the bottom. I wish I had seen that. How you're supposed to stir it and keep the raisins, I'm not quite sure. We're just going to have to call that and let it be good. To this, we want to put our brown sugar in the bottom. Not sure why that matters. And our softened butter. If it is cold where you are, you might have to give it a little help. Once your butter and your sugar look cohesive, add your eggs 1 at a time. With it on low, we're going to mix in the baking soda, the salt, the cinnamon, and the vanilla. And then if your bran and your raisin mixture feels cool enough, plop that in. It has absorbed 95% of the water. So the next part we're doing in thirds. And that is 1/3 of the flour, 1/3 of the milk, 1/3 of the flour, 1/3 of the milk. We're going to alternate until it's all mixed in. Last, we have the bran flakes and the oatmeal. And we see if the mixer can handle it. We're just going to give it a final turn by hand. I will say it is very loose. I can kind of see why it needs the time in the refrigerator. But we're going to cover this with plastic wrap and we will see it in the morning. And I will see you in the morning. Now that we have them scooped out into sprayed muffin tins, we got 4 dozen. We're going to go into the oven at 375 for 20 minutes. Alright, and here we have the muffins. They are all out of the oven. Okay, overall, they're muffins. And they're a little dry, they're a little bland. They're definitely bran flavored with a little bit of cinnamon. Are they edible? Yes. Are they like enticing? Not really. They need like a flavored butter, or maybe just pop them in the microwave for like 5 seconds and then top them with butter. But overall, they're just kind of a muffin. They're there, they can be eaten. They're just like a grab it and run out the door breakfast muffin. They have a little bit of sweetness from the raisin, but overall, it's just like a really strong taste of bran. So if you are not okay with that flavor, I would not go with these. Next week, we will be making, let us see, oatmeal apple pancakes. Those sound interesting. If you're interested in those, join us next week. I hope you'll have a good one. Bye, guys.